Well, good morning, everybody. Father Hoffa here with your next edition of WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word. It is the third week of Advent. It is the 20th. And hey, Christmas is almost here, but there's still good work to be done. Rocking a little Kowalonek here, Kielbasy, capital of the world, at least in my opinion. Great stuff up there. Anybody who ever wants to grab some and drop it off at the rectory, you are always most welcome. And we just take food in general because, you know, food is love and all that kind of stuff. And even got the, with the Berks Catholic jacket on today, got my llama alpaca, I'm sorry, don't want to get in trouble, my alpaca Christmas sweater on. So good friends gave that to me. So thank you so much. But today, you know, a lot of people come up, Father Hoffa, what do you think? And the most recent one was what came up this past week with the thing that came out from the dicastery of the doctrine of the faith about the same-sex blessings. And, you know, the bishop's working on understanding along with the diocese, and they'll get us information of, you know, what this all means and that. But here's the thing, okay? And this goes into today's word because these days we hear the different readings that are lead-ups to the to Christmas. So today was the Annunciation, a Luke version of the Annunciation, and the angel Gabriel coming to Mary and saying to Mary that you're going to be the mother of God. And so when we think about that, we hear about this proclamation of good news that Mary, or that the angel Gabriel brings. And I think that that's one of the big things that's needed, the proclamation of good news. Because here's the thing, we live in a world today that we have gotten into such a habit of just completely disregarding people, putting people down if they don't think the same way that we do, if they don't believe the same things that we do. And especially when it comes to sin. I think maybe I'm especially attuned to this because over the past 3 days, we hear a lot of confessions. Actually, past 4 days, because I heard confessions this morning too. Everybody wants to go and get a good confession in before Advent or before Christmas. Good idea. Still hearing confessions tonight, 5:15 to 5:45, and we'll hear them before the masses this weekend. But remember, I'm only one person. But you know, one of the things that has just come through is we sometimes fall, yes, there's a difference. The church says this, mortal sin and venial sin. But the other side of it is that we fall into this mentality that even within mortal sin, there's all these different levels. So like, for instance, a person who's same-sex attracted goes and commits a sexual act of sin. It's so much worse than a person who's opposite sex attracted who goes and commits sexual sin. Guess what? At the end of the day, it's still sexual sin. And we want to get that remedy. And we don't cast people out for that because the mercy of God is there. Yeah, we want people to change their ways, but the mercy of God is there to be able to forgive that person. And that's some good news that we need to announce. Because here's the thing. You want to know why there's this movement of people, and we need to change, you know, what the church does, and the United States redefines, you know, what marriage is, and the church has to go and give these blessings. A lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it comes because of people's hardness of heart. Again, that's not saying that sin is okay. What it is it's going and defining people by their sins so that they completely are discarded. Oh, you're a sinner, and we completely cast you away. You're not even a human being. We're going to treat you like trash, and we're going to treat you like garbage. But you know what? Jesus knew what that was like. Because whether it was no room in the inn for his family, or whether it was the fact that he was the Messiah and they didn't want to believe it, Jesus knew what that was like. And he didn't like it. And he knew that we shouldn't treat people that way. Because every person has an inherent dignity. And my friends, I think that's one of the greatest things that we can proclaim this Christmas. The angel Gabriel came to Mary and announced good news. And you and I, we have an opportunity to announce good news as well. Let's do it. Let's do it by making sure that we have anchored in us the truth of the church, what the church really believes, and the truth about people, their inherent human dignity. Because when we treat them right, when we treat them as human beings, when we love them as human beings, not condoning their sin, that's a pro-life message too. And that's really the message of Christmas. This has been a new installation of WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word. Pray that you have a great Christmas. We'll catch you back next week as we're in the Christmas season, celebrating Christmas joy. But until then, be holy, get that grace in you, get confessed if you need to go to confession, and await the celebration of the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. But it's all good news. Spread it. God bless.